Being there for such important events in the kids' lives showed that she wasn't staying away. She instead positioned herself as a member of the family circle that celebrated the kids as they hit each stage of their growth. People did not only see Camilla's loving actions during official events. Camilla was seen on the palace patio in June 2019 with Prince Louis during Trooping the Color. Louis was waving excitedly to the people and planes above at one point. Camilla slowly turned his attention to the flying thing that was going by, and she smiled at him when he waved so hard. People saw how she looked at him like a grandmother, showing how much she loved the boy in public. Once more at Trooping the Color in June 2022, Kate, George, Charlotte, and Louis rode in a carriage with Camilla. People saw her talking to the kids and smiling at them during the parade. This happened during the events for Queen Elizabeth's Diamond Jubilee. Because of this, Camilla was shown to be more than just a royal figure. She cared about the kids and wanted them to be happy and calm while they were doing their royal tasks. Queen Elizabeth died that September day in 2022, which was a very sad time for the royal family. Cameras caught Camilla looking at George and Charlotte with worry at her funeral. She seemed to know how hard it must have been for them to go to such a sad event when they were so young. She looked like she cared about them and wanted them to be strong, but she also knew it would be hard for them to stand through the process. They were dressed up and aware of how sad things were around them. In December of that same year, 2022, the family went to Sandringham for the usual Christmas Day church service. Camilla could be seen walking with George, Charlotte, and Louis as they walked out to meet people. Others who were there said she was there to help guide the kids as they shook hands with well-wishers. It was clear that she wanted to help them learn how to deal with people, which is an important part of being a queen. As one of the pages of honor, Prince George was very important when King Charles was crowned in May 2023. A quick smile was seen between Camilla and George during the wedding. She was happy for him and proud of how well he did his job, as shown by the smile. On such an important day, George must have felt calmed by seeing someone like Camilla smile at him with pride. According to royal sources, Camilla was very happy with how well George did his job after the crowning. She allegedly said he was brilliant and showed real pride in him. George must have felt better about himself after hearing these words from his step-grandmother. He knew that his hard work was being noticed and praised by the adults in the family. Everything about these events shows that Camilla has tried to help Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis in her own way. Even so, Queen Camilla isn't the only one who loves Prince George and Princess Charlotte. King Charles also loves his grandkids very much. This is still true even though he and Prince William haven't always agreed, especially when it comes to royal issues. There is no doubt that the king loves George and Charlotte though. Let's look more closely at a few events that have gotten a lot of attention. Watch out. Most people don't know these things about King Charles and his grandchildren. King Charles loves his grandkids too, but he shows it in a different way than Queen Camilla did. Some of the ways Camilla shows love are quiet and kind. Charles loves them by having them think about memories and family history. He loves his grandkids and wants to be a part of their lives in every way, even the little things. When the royal family lived at Sandringham, one of their private homes, King Charles made a maze for Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis. He didn't build it for people to come see. He built it so they could play in it when they came to visit in the summer. This thought was old. There used to be a maze where Charles was a boy. It was his favorite place. He never forgot about it, even after the old maze was taken down. He brought it back for his kids and grandkids. It made him happy to remember the fun times he had as a kid. He did this to share a moment and his love with them. There are also little signs of this kind of love. Charles and Charlotte were seen at Wimbledon in the summer of 2024, wearing rings that matched. The friendship bands were very simple and handmade, but they meant a lot. He wore it with pride and showed that Charlotte gave it to him. He has shown love with clothes before. Charles wore a tie with pink and blue dinosaurs to weddings, the hospital, and family events. It wasn't his normal royal clothes and it looked weird, but it meant something. His grandkids gave him the tie, which he wore a lot. He wore that tie again when he went back to work after his cancer treatment. His love is also clear when he's with other people. When his grandkids are with him on important royal days like Trooping the Color or the Jubilee, he looks happy. He was crowned king in 2023, and George, Charlotte, and Louis all played important parts. The other people stood on the house balcony with the family, while George helped with the ceremony. But there was a quiet moment that made everyone pay attention. People in the crowd saw Charles smile at them and talk to them. During the 2025 Trooping the Color, Prince Louis did the same wave as his grandpa. Everyone laughed, and Charles seemed content to let him go on. Several nights a week, Charles is said to stay at Windsor just to be close to them. He may not have to do this, but he does. As a grandfather as well as a king, that shows how much he cares. In private times, he also acts like a grandfather. William and Camilla both talked about how much Charles loves reading to kids in a BBC film made for his 70th birthday. William said that his dad loved to tell stories, especially Harry Potter. Once he did more than read. He did funny sounds and played parts. She told Charles that he would get tired, but he kept reading because the kids loved it. These stories show that he lives with them every day. He doesn't just stop by sometimes. He hangs out with them, reads, and plays. During the 2022 Platinum Jubilee, everyone remembers a certain picture. Prince Louis, who was still very young, sat on Charles' lap on the balcony of the castle. Louis seemed happy and calm. Charles gave him a soft hug and smiled. There were big events and talks that day, but that moment felt only the two of them. People were told that behind the crown is a grandfather having fun with his family. The picture spread around the world like wildfire. It didn't look fake. It looked real. Charles seems to feel close to Prince Louis more than any of his other grandkids. A lot of people notice how calm Louis is when he's with him. One reason could be that they have the same name. Arthur is part of Charles' full name, and it was given to Louis by his parents when he was born. People say Charles asked for that name to be added. Arthur is a royal name, but Charles holds it very dear. During a family picture shoot in 2018 for his 70th birthday, that bond was clear. Charles laughed, held George's hand, and bounced Louis in his arms in the pictures. Chris Jackson, a photographer, said Charles looked happier than he ever had. People really did smile. Charles was pleased with how the kids were enjoying themselves. He also showed his love in other ways during the Jubilee. In the balcony scene from 2024, Charles leaned down to talk to Charlotte while everyone else stayed still. It looked like the bond was even stronger with Louise. He often sat on Charles' lap or ran to him, even when cameras were rolling. You don't see this very often at royal events. Charles loves a lot of people, not just his grandkids, which is a surprise. He also tries to stay in touch with Archie and Lilith, even though they live in the US and are very far away. In 2023 and 2024, it was said that Charles still sends them flowers and gifts. He sent her a special card and gift on her birthday. His friends and family say he really wants to see them again. He has said that he wants them to be in the UK for Christmas. There are rumors that he is ready to do anything to get it done. His time apart has been tough, and many people say he's sad about it, but he hasn't given up. He still wants to be close to her, even if it takes a while. Not only do their grandparents love them, but the kids are also quietly getting ready for life as a king. But what really shocks people is how aware they are of who they are, even at such a young age. Do you think Queen Camilla really cares about Prince William's kids, even though she has a history of fighting with him? Tell us what you think in the comments area. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel if you liked the movie. Also, click on the movie below to watch it. Wow, I really can't believe how strong you are and how well you've been able to handle things. And I think that's because of your very early life and the relationship you have. You're really close. It's always been interesting to see how the royal family gets along, but what just happened has shocked many people. Queen Camilla's family and Prince William's family have been having a hard time for a long time now. Now we know that Princess Catherine had to step in and stop Camilla from hurting Prince Louis and George. Many people were even more shocked when they saw Catherine crying. This has made people who follow the royal family ask a lot of questions. What did Queen Camilla and the young princes actually do? Could this be a sign of bigger problems in the royal family? Come with us as we find out the whole story behind Catherine's sad moment. How Princess Catherine keeps Prince Louis and George safe. Crown Princess Camilla was seen yelling at Prince Louis and Prince George at a recent royal event at Buckingham Palace. Princess Catherine quickly stepped in to calm things down as she watched from a distance. There are reports that Queen Camilla might not like Prince William's children, and this event has made them stronger. Many people don't know this though, but something even stranger had happened earlier. Something that happened that made people wonder how Camilla felt about the young royals. How true are these claims? Wait for it. What we're about to find out could be the most shocking royal story ever. It is known that Queen Camilla has 5 real grandkids. These are her children's names: Freddie Parker B.S., Eliza Lopes, Louis Lopes, Gus Lopes, and Lola Parker B.S. Tom Parker B.S. and Laura Lopes are her 2 children. Along with them, she has 5 royal step-grandchildren: Prince George, Princess Charlotte, Prince Louis, Prince Archie Harrison, and Princess Elizabeth Diana. They were all born after her marriage to King Charles III. People have noticed that Camilla doesn't always seem at ease around very young children, even though she is a grandmother and a step-grandmother. Body language experts say she often looks awkward or unsure when she talks to little kids at royal events, especially when she talks to Prince William's kids. Even when she is with her own biological grandkids, the kids seem to naturally be more interested in King Charles than in Camilla. They are more likely to be seen playing or being physically affectionate with him than with her. One of the hardest things for Camilla is being a step-grandmother in a royal setting that is open to the public. Even more troublesome is the fact that Archie and Lilith, Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's children, live in the United States. Due to the distance and the ongoing problems between the royal families, Camilla may never be able to become close to them or even meet them often in person. That being said, the bigger problem might not be the distance. It has to do with how the family feels about each other. Some news sources say that Prince William has told his children that they shouldn't call Camilla their grandma. He most likely made this choice because of how strongly he feels about what happened in 1997. It all began when Princess Diana died in 1997. Prince William and Prince Harry lost their mother when she was very young. After dating Camilla Parker B.S. for a long time, their father, Prince Charles, kept going out with her. In 2005, Prince Charles married Camilla in a small church service. Later, they were blessed at St. George's Chapel. So, Camilla became the stepmother of William and Harry from that day on. She was never put in charge of taking care of their mother though. People who knew the boys well knew that no one else could ever fill Diana's place in their hearts. The way Prince William treats Camilla has stayed nice and respectful over the years. People who are close to the royal family say that they get along well with each other. The 2 of them have never had a public fight, and William treats her with respect, but he doesn't think of her as a mother figure. Angela Lean and other royal experts have said that William only sees her as his father's wife. A mother and son have never had the warm bond of a mother and son. They are friendly when they are together. One thing that hasn't changed is William's love for his late mother Diana. He has always loved and respected her when he talked about her. He talks about her a lot in his speeches. On important days, he makes sure to remember her in public. He shows his kids pictures of their grandma, Diana, and tells them stories about her life when he's not at work. William thinks it's very important to remember his mother. That way, he can make sure his kids understand where they come from and the ideals Diana stood for. When it comes to William's kids, Camilla has always played a quiet part. Her grandchildren, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis, never thought of her as their grandma. For them, she is just the wife of their grandfather. In the same way that a grandma would, she doesn't help raise them or spend time with them every day. This doesn't mean that they are angry with each other. She has never tried to act like their grandma or been seen as one. It's clear that William set this limit himself. Reports say he made it clear right away that Camilla is his father's wife and not his children's step-grandmother. He made it clear that his kids only have one grandma, Diana, but 2 grandfathers, Prince Charles and Catherine Middleton's dad, Michael Middleton. Even though Diana is no longer alive, he wants his children to know her as their real grandma. Camilla has known this and not tried to cross that line. She doesn't try to be a grandmother to William's kids, according to people who know her well. She knows what William and Catherine want and does what they say. She is kind and polite to the kids when she's with the royal family or at family events, but she stays away from them a bit. She's nice and friendly, but she never tries to be Diana. On the other hand, Prince George, Princess Charlotte, and Prince Louis are very close with Carol and Michael Middleton, who are their maternal grandparents. Their parents are very involved in Catherine and her family's daily lives. They spend a lot of time with their kids, whether it's on family trips, during the summer, or just when they drop by Kensington Palace or their home in Berkshire. Carol Middleton is known for being hands-on, and she helps Catherine with her daily tasks and running the kids to and from school whenever she needs to. For the kids, their grandparents from their mom's side are always there. Camilla joined their family when she married Charles, but she has never tried to take Diana's place in William's or his kids' lives. This balance has helped the royal family stay peaceful. It helps William continue to honor his mother the way he thinks is right, and it lets Camilla keep her part without going too far. But some people close to the royal family say something else. They say that there have been times when Camilla has treated Prince William's children the same way she treats her own grandkids. Insiders say that Camilla seemed calm and interested in George, Charlotte, and Louis at a few public events, and she was friendly and at ease around them. This is the other side of the story. Let's look at these parts more closely. Queen Camilla showed her love for William's children at times. Queen Camilla seems to have cared for and loved Prince William's children over the years, which is different from what many people have always thought. All of this started before they were even born. In April 2011, when Prince William married Catherine, Camilla did something that showed she wanted Catherine to feel like she was part of the family. It is said that she gave Catherine a disc-shaped gold band. You could see a C for Catherine and a coronet for Camilla on the disc. A lot of people thought this was Camilla's way of telling Catherine she was now one of them. In a roundabout way, she was also being kind to Catherine's future children, since a warm welcome to their mother meant a warm welcome to anyone she would bring into the family. The year 2013 saw the birth of Prince George. Camilla was there for him as a grandma figure. In October of that year, she went to St. James's Palace to see him christened. She was happy to be there with King Charles, Prince William, Catherine, and the Middleton family for the ceremony. By being there, she showed that she accepted and backed the new royal child. It was important that she didn't shy away from being a part of William and Catherine's family events, even though she wasn't their biological grandma. That's not all though. She was also at Sandringham in July 2015, when Princess Charlotte was named, which was 2 years later. It was an important day because it was Charlotte's first public walk to church with her family. She walked with William and Catherine and stood next to them. She looked happy to be a part of it, like the whole family was behind her. She must have felt like extra help from someone who really knows what it means to be a queen to William and Catherine. In July 2018, Camilla joined them again in their happiness when Prince Louis was born and named. The christening took place at St. James's Palace, and Camilla smiled happily as she posed for pictures with William, Catherine, and their kids.